This isn't clickbait.
They handcuffed me.
In week 1 of my big expedition to Alaska, I already managed to mess up. Today, I start driving from Mexico City to the US border in Texas, but there's a few issues.
I don't have one extremely important document that I will need in order to get insured.
The document I'm missing is a kind of international add-on to my driving license, which I've never ever had to use before on my travels, and which I can only sort out in Poland.
So I have asked my grandma to see if she can get it for me in Poland in 1 working day. While she does that, an ocean away, I'm gonna have to start driving towards the US border because it's about 4 days away.
It took me a good couple of hours to get out of Mexico City traffic, so I thought I'd take it easy on my first day of driving towards Texas. Just under 100 miles to my first campsite, not too far from Mexico's capital.
Got some little guests checking out Odyssey. Odyssey is definitely a people magnet here in Mexico.
Can you believe it? This was day 1 of Expedition Wild. I have officially started heading towards Alaska.
Okay, no answer. Got 6 hours of driving ahead of me today and it's already after 10. So I'm gonna start packing up here.
A long day of driving ahead of me today. 250 miles and a lot of time to think about my crumbling plans to enter the United States. Time to try calling Grandma again to see if she managed to do anything about my missing documents.
A powiedz mi, a jak tam byłaś w tym urzędzie i tam próbowałaś załatwić, to co ta pani powiedziała?
Nie powiedziała mi, że niestety na podstawie skanu dokumentów i skanu podpisu nie może tego zrobić.
Should have planned this a little bit better, shouldn't I?
At that point, I didn't even realize that this document issue would become the least of my problems when entering the United States. Today, I'm on my way to Saltillo, around 250 miles north towards Texas. And today, I'm going to be staying at a stranger's house. Primi, or at least that's what I think he's called, emailed me a little while ago inviting me over to his family's home. Since I was going down that way, I thought it might be nice to get hosted by a local family just before the border crossing.
I am feeling so blessed right now. This looks absolutely incredible. Every single platter, every single plate just looks so fresh and delicious.
Not every day of overlanding is gorgeously sunny, but even in weather like this, we can get really good news. In fact, a breakthrough.
So my insurance agent said that he's gonna send me the insurance in just a few minutes from now, which means that I can head straight for the border with Texas. Okay, it's time to hit one of the most dangerous roads in the world. And here is why it's so risky.
This stretch of land where Mexico borders with the United States is infamous for gang and cartel activity, high levels of crime, and human trafficking. Everyone I spoke to told me to take the paid toll roads, not stop if I don't have to, be quick about it, and just head straight for the border crossing. Within a couple of hours, I had reached the border town of Nuevo Laredo and hoped to cross into the United States with all documents sorted out. Little did I know, this was about to become a horror story.
Here it is, the border. I know I'm still so nervous to be here. They handcuffed me. They handcuffed me. So when I went through the border, my passport usually gets flagged because it usually contains some unusual visas, and this time it was Pakistan and Iraq. So I get flagged, and I drive my car, and they ask me to take everything out. I say, this is gonna take a long time, and they just say, we've got time. So I proceed to take everything out of Odyssey, and I put it outside. I'm taking everything out, they're checking it, they're double checking it. Meanwhile, they're asking me loads of questions. So different people come up to me at different points, and they're all asking me the same questions to, I guess, cross-check my answers. And then once everything is out of the car and double-checked and scanned and triple-checked, this woman comes over and she tells me to put my hands behind my back. And that's what I do. And she tells me to leave everything and come with her. So I'm coming with her, and I ask, am I being arrested? Is something wrong? And she says, no, You're not being arrested, but just keep your hands behind your back. This is like before the handcuff story. We go inside into the big border checkpoint building, and I get taken into a cell. An actual cell with no windows, with a lock on the door, with, you know, all the things you'd expect from a cell, which is not much. And then she asks me to take off all of my jewelry, and then she begins to do a pat down, which yeah, I'm just standing there with my hands and my forehead against the wall, my legs outstretched, and she's just properly patting me down. I have never been patted down like that. She almost puts her fingers up my, you know. And meanwhile, again, with the questions, same questions over and over again. And then other people come in, 3 people, and they take me to another cell where they sit me down and they're asking me all the same questions all over again and more. They're asking me everything. How much money I make, who pays me, where my family lives, do I have siblings, what are the names of my father and mother and brothers, and all these questions. And there I'm just sitting there answering all the questions for like an hour and a half. 3 people. Then they take a photo of me at the end, and then they take me to another room where I get fucking handcuffed. I got handcuffed. For what? After they checked my car, they checked my body, pretty much my fucking insides. They asked me all the questions they could think of about my private life, and then they handcuffed me? For what? With no word of explanation. Oh. I thought I was about to get deported. I was thinking, oh my God. So this is how it begins. I can't even get to Alaska. So I'm sitting there handcuffed, and then another 25 minutes later, half an hour later, the same woman who had been questioning me comes back and asks me to come round so I can get my visa stamped. And I'm like, what? You're actually letting me in after all this? And so that was that. 6-month visa. Cool. What was that? What was that? I mean, I understand they might think that I'm carrying drugs or something, but wouldn't it have sufficed to just like send a dog into my car and check? So that was the beginning of my United States adventure. I'm here. I'm in Laredo, Texas. And now I think I need to go to sleep. Because this was way too much for one day. Okay. I can't believe they freaking handcuffed me. What? Okay. That's it. Okay, I'm going to end on a happy note. I'm really excited to be here. And I'm happy that it all worked out. I'm crying for like the second freaking time in this one video, but I'm really happy that I'm here. And that I can finally start going north. So, I'm really looking forward to my US adventures. Just need to calm down after that slightly traumatic welcome. Okay. Yeah, I'll see you.
For more adventures from around the world, make sure you like my page on Facebook. See you in the next episode.